just found some frequency stuff, you know. Thought I'd have a look, quick research there. And frequencies are dangerous, you know. I want to talk to you about alpha frequencies. Alpha is an extra low frequencies, really low frequencies, and tell you how they can affect you and mine's brain. Dangerous stuff. Only on the Beat FM with Crazy D. Look at these magnetic waves and how they affect the brain, how they can affect the brain waves, how they can alter your brain waves. So basically you can be controlled, right? And these sets of experiments were designed to study the effect of alpha rotating magnetic fields on the brain. And the specific alpha frequencies that we're studying at the moment are between 6 and 10 hertz, extra low frequency, you know, so you can't hear 6 to 10 hertz. You feel 6 to 10 hertz. This is quite how low we're talking about. And these frequencies are the same as those produced by the human brain in the theta and alpha states. Generally, specific brainwave frequency ranges can be associated with mood or thought patterns. Frequencies below 8 hertz are considered theta waves, and anything above it, I think it's alpha waves. While these seem to be like some of the least understood frequencies, they also seem to be associated with creative, insightful thought. When an artist or scientist has the aha experience, you know, the light bulb moment, the ping, that kind of moment there is a good chance that he or she is in the theta. Alpha frequencies are from 8 to 12 hertz and are commonly associated with relaxed, meditative states. Most people are in an alpha state during the short time immediately before they fall asleep. So just before you go to sleep, that is when you move into the alpha wave frequencies. Now alpha waves are strongest during that twilight state when we are half asleep or half awake, if you like. The beta frequencies above 12 hertz coincide with our most awake analytical thinking. If you are solving a math problem, your brain is working on beta frequencies. So now you know your brain what kind of frequencies it's working on. Alpha waves are strongest during that state between when you're half asleep or half awake. Theta waves are associated with frequencies below 8 hertz, and above 12 hertz are what you call beta frequencies. So when you're doing anything that involves analytical thinking and real hard studying, you are using beta frequencies. See, you learn something every day. Most of our waking hours as adults are spent in the beta state. So whatever you're doing, you're using beta waves to control your brain. I'm using beta waves right now. Yeah, see? I'm beta waving to you lot. You lot are probably more than likely be in the alpha state, where you're like half asleep. You want to go to sleep, but you can't because you're listening to me, and it is just so irresistible. Anyway, a question of importance is if we can electronically shift the brain wave frequencies to alpha or theta, it will alter a person's moods, or it will alter a person's thought patterns, and the person's moods or thought pattern change to those commonly associated with these frequencies. In other words, if we can electronically move a person's brain waves to alpha frequencies, will they become more relaxed? Will they become more susceptible? Will their state of consciousness change to coincide with their brainwave frequencies, even if those brainwaves were electronically induced? Who knows? You'd have to get some really brave or stupid people to come and take part in that experiment. But these are important questions with far-reaching implications. And when these experiments were first carried out, the people who were involved with it were well aware of the possible ethical implications involved in in ELF research, extra low frequency research. For example, if I were carrying out ELF transmitter operating if I was carrying rather an ELF transmitter operating at an alpha frequency, would the people around me be affected as well? Would they unconsciously gravitate towards me because they'd become more relaxed as they move closer towards me? Would they like me more because they felt good when they were around me? What if a salesman was carrying one of these ELF transmitters? Would people be influenced to buy something because they were more relaxed around the salesman? Could entire populations be influenced to become comfortable with ideas they would normally wouldn't have? These and many other serious ethical questions are involved with ELF research, but they cannot be taken lightly. The problem is that if I know about this, then obviously somebody else knows about this. And the problem with these type of technologies is there's somebody always out there that wants to use them for bad. But we're worried. We'll get to that bit in a sec. But this research was undertaken with the full knowledge of the ethical implications. So the person who did this research, they obviously went over it in their mind and just got on with it, basically. I mean, while there is potential for misuse with the whole ELF frequencies, a desire for knowledge and understanding are part of being human, I suppose. And the potential benefits to humanity are great, and people always will bang on about that. But I suppose these extra low frequencies could be used to treat depression, people that are insomniacs who can't sleep. If you've got anxiety or stress and tension, you can these extra low frequencies, magnetic fields, could reduce the stress for you and make you feel a lot easier. If any of you were listening last week, I was also talking about a tablet that you could take that could erase bad memories. And would you want to really erase your bad memories? Some people say it's the bad memories that make them who they are, but would you, if you could, block out certain bad things that have happened in your life, would you really want to? That's a question for people to ponder on their own. But the fact of the matter is, the human mind is very easy to control, in essence, if you know what you're doing. And if there are people that are suffering with depression, insomnia, anxiety and stress, if these people can be relieved of their problem, then I see no reason why you couldn't use extra low frequencies and magnetic fields to try and relieve them of that. Make them a more productive human being, a human doing, rather than just being, I suppose. And what if we could increase intelligence or improve learning? Would that be another ethical question for people to try and ponder over? Would that be something dangerous? I mean, in any scientific experiments, there are both positive and negative potential uses for anything that is made or discovered. We only need to look at the development of nuclear weapons and atomic energy to understand the benefits or the misuse. Because on the one hand, nuclear energy is used to make electricity. It can provide energy to feed the planet and feed the people so that they can go about their lives without any interruption. But then on the other hand, you have a weapon so great that it can devastate whole countries. And if there was a nuclear war, it'd probably be over in 9 or 10 minutes. Once the bombs had landed, obviously, because it would probably take about an hour to get to the sky. But in essence, basically, you understand what I mean. Nuclear war would be very short. And that's the positive and the negative sides of that discovery. It's only a pity that we couldn't use the negative and try and put it into more positive use. But those are the bad things. Those are not say the bad things, but those are the stuff that has to be balanced when making discoveries about certain things, or when you want to use certain stuffs on the masses, or when it comes to people, or whatever you want to call it. Now, it is my personal belief, though, that potential benefits to humanity does justify research, because I do like science. I'm not into the science. I'm not I'm not completely convinced by everything in science, Well, when you deal with science, sometimes you have to deal with philosophy, because science, it can only study to so far. We as human beings, we only believe in stuff that we think is real. We only believe in what we can touch and what we can feel, and we only believe that energy is potential through either burning something, splitting, smashing, or fusing. You know, we don't believe in the getting something for nothing theory. We don't. As a species, we just do not believe that. But there is a way of getting something for nothing. You can get potential energy from a vacuum, from apps, not a vacuum cleaner, not Hoover or your Electrolux type. I'm talking about a vacuum sealed box with no air in it. Most people would consider that box to be empty, but the box is not empty, because the box is full of antimatter, particles that exist in the future, instantaneously in the future, like literally a split second ahead. And they only exist, and well, I'll start again. What happens is these particles, they pop in and out of reality. And this happens all the time. You wouldn't have known this without scientific experiment. So knowing that stuff can pop in and out of existence, this is real. This is like madness. How is it? You see, for us as human beings to try and understand that you can get something from nothing, that power can be achieved from absolute nothingness, or as far as the eyes can see, nothing, is crazy. It's a notion that we just cannot interpret and cannot interpret. But still, the particles, they keep appearing. They pop into existence for a brief moment and pop back out again. And when they do that, they create an equal particle as well. So a particle, an antiparticle, will pop in from the vacuum, but the box is empty. How can stuff be just popping in? This is witchcraft. What's going on here? This can't be happening, but it is. So you learning about that, knowing and trying and finding that out, is what I class as good science, because it is good to know that kind of stuff. It could take us to new boundaries. It could create new, I don't know, flying cars or plane trips. You could get to, like, from here to the Caribbean in, like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. It could create faster than light travel. We might be able to materialize from one place into the other, some proper Star Trek business, you know what I mean? It could create all these kinds of technologies. Who knows? But we wouldn't have known that without taking the risk and experimenting and learning about these things. So through science has a place as much as philosophy and, for want of a better word, religion. They all have a place. They're not the be-all and end-all, but that is how you can gain knowledge, by taking a piece from this bit here, another bit here, another piece here, and try and like amalgamate them together. Not into a category to be pigeonholed. We're not trying to create a new religion or a cult here. We're not trying to do that. We just want to create a new thing that doesn't have to have a tag. It doesn't have to be labeled. It's not something that wants to be tethered down. It's just an existence theory, a theory about existence that is easy to digest. Because right now everybody is trying to fight over their theory. Because as I said before, people only think that you can never get something from nothing. You only get something from something. So until that notion is dropped, this is how the world will be. People will always be selfless and selfish at the same time. But it's all in the pursuit of what they can get. Because nobody does something for nothing. Nobody. It doesn't matter what you do. You could go to Great Ormond Street and sit with the kids all day. You're not doing it for nothing. And you do it. Anything that you do, regardless of how good it is a selfish act. It's an act. Because even if it made you feel good, it is still an act of selfishness. Yes, you did good, you did right, kudos, well done, pat on the back, all of that stuff there is, you did the right thing. But you still did it to make you feel good. If you ask him, but yeah, when you did something good, or you helped somebody, or you was a knight in shining armor to a damsel in distress, broken down on the side of the road and has no idea how to fix a flat tire. It'll make you feel. If someone said to you, "How did that make you feel?" And immediately, like, it's like breathing in and out. You say, bang, that made me feel good. And already you've become selfish. So this is how the world is. The world only deals in what it can get. People only deal with others for what they can get. There is no such thing as a selfless act. You can be selfless, but the act is not selfless, because there is always a motive behind it, be it make you feel good, or whether you're going to make some money out of it, or you will gain something, or earn a friend or relationship, whatever. It doesn't matter. Always doing stuff for gain. This is how the human experience runs, and there's nothing we can do about it. But through science and experiment, we can learn about things like this extra low frequency, because there lies a problem. Because if people are able to do this kind of research on extra low frequencies, and these scientists are doing it, imagine what else and who else could be doing this stuff as well. Because there is also a biohazard toward this thing. Because the people only believe in what they can see. If I turn around and said to you that they're using extremely low frequencies on us, people would say, nah, you're chatting breeze, but like, that can't happen, because you can't see it. It's not something that exists. But just a moment ago, I told you about the mobile phones. They were going on and on and on. The phones are all right, they're fine. The phones are fine, the phones are all right, don't worry about it. The phones are good. And it turns out that they're not. Phones can cause cancer. I mean, if that ain't the biggest load of crap, I don't know what is. So if that is one example of spinning a story, so to speak, for gain, of a selfish act, if you like. But there is also, when I talk about these frequencies as well, when people do stuff, you do stuff without thinking more time, mostly anyway. Well, you should do, because it's the better way. Do it without thinking and then worry about the consequences. Not like that. I don't mean do bad things without thinking, but you know what I mean. You're going to do something, you want to help. Just do it. Don't worry about whether you're going to feel good or get something from. Just do it. And the thing about the human mind is what is easily manipulated. Easy. Regardless of how you might think that you're not manipulated, it's easy to be manipulated. And this is the hazard of these extremely low frequency experiments, because it seems that people can be made to relax and let their guard down. And when people are relaxed and they put their guard down, they're much more easier to control. And the other element to this is also a machine called HARP. Now this is another extra low frequency machine setup, and this project it is part of the whole extremely low frequencies results, because we need to understand the impact on human health, because it is starting to become more apparent. Now the debate on the impact of extra low frequencies is still ongoing in international medical circles, but recent research points to the fact that all these frequencies, when shaped and transferred to humans, cause significant reactions. Now, HARP is not the only system available for taking advantage of these new technologies. They can use these technologies to block, control, or relax your head, to make your head make you more pliable, like Play-Doh. And believe it if you like or you don't, but this HARP machine is a very dangerous machine. We'll have to talk about it after the break. Can't believe how fast the time is flying. I'll get back to you and talk to you lot a little bit about that more after the break. Do remember that you can also pick up, you can also get us on the website, which is beatfm.co.uk. That is the website for the Beat FM. And you can also check out my website, which is the R2, just r2brotherhood.co.uk. You can find us there. So when you get a chance, have a look at that, and I'll post some more information about that. I will see you lot back after the break with more talk along them same vibes there.
What's up beat, we gonna beat them down, hard to the ground. Let me introduce you to a nice, clean, mature, classy and friendly wine bar situated in the heart of Harlesden. JJ's Wine Bar, 1 Craven Park Road, NW10 8SE. JJ's Wine Bar is the place. When you walk in, you'll believe you're in the West End. Let me introduce you to our weekly events. Every Wednesday it's karaoke. We know Britain's Got Talent, so come down and grab the mic. Prizes for winners of the finals. First prize a ticket to Jamaica. Second prize a dinner for 2. And third prize a bottle of champagne. Every Friday it's Seafood Fridays. It's the place to be on a Friday. The best food and music and service with a smile. Happy hour between 6 and 7 p.m. Drinks half price. DJs Mickey D, Lenny Ranks and guests from RJR, Roots 5's Unique and The Beat. And every Sunday it's Right On Sundays. Big people style. Not to be missed. Dress to impress.